Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of the YouTube world, CJ Rose's back in the building. Welcome back to the channel. All right, next matchup on Summerslam 2025 Night 2, as I like to call it, Championship Sunday, was the Intercontinental Championship on the line. As Dirty Dominik Mysterio defended against the phenomenal AJ Styles. In a regular match, but I like to call this match the Eddie Guerrero tribute match. Because, boy, when I tell you, Eddie Guerrero was fully influenced in this whole match. From start to finish. Literally. So Dom came out, had his little mask on, boom, right? Then AJ Styles' music started playing. We didn't see AJ on the ramp. Instead, we saw a car pull up. It was a lowrider. AJ Styles was in the lowrider. Tribute to Eddie. And then he got out the car. Apparently his son was in the passenger seat. I didn't know AJ had a son. I know he has daughters. I know that. But I know he had a son. Son looked like a teenager. He looked like a teenager and an adult. He looked like both of them at the same time. That's crazy. Also, I don't know if that's how his son looks on a regular, but his son had white like blonde hair. I don't know if that's a tribute to Dominik 20 years ago, because 20 years ago when Dominik was a little kid, he had blonde hair. I don't know if that's a tribute to Dom, but if it was, that's pretty fire. If it wasn't, and that's just how he looks, then that's just how he looks. You know what I'm saying? And then when AJ got out the car, AJ had a Styles Heat shirt. I think that's what it said, Styles Heat. And his tights were like Eddie Guerrero inspired, because it had like the flames and everything, had Styles on the back. AJ usually has a elbow pad. Never mind, can't say that. But I don't know. Like, I was looking at AJ the whole time. Like, for some reason, those tights just weren't working for me. I don't know what it was. Like, it didn't fit. Maybe this is what it is. Maybe it didn't work for me. But salute to Styles on the Eddie tribute. I wish Eddie Guerrero and AJ Styles had a match. Oh my God, that match would have tore the damn house down. I wish those two had a match. Oh my God. Ooh, that match would be amazing. But unfortunately, they didn't meet. It's crazy talking about Eddie, because we have arrived at 20 years since he passed. 20 years. Also at SummerSlam, 20 years ago, was the last SummerSlam Eddie Guerrero ever been in. So for them to do a tribute to him, salute to y'all. That was some good stuff. The match was going pretty regular. Wasn't until we were going towards the end. So the ref, I don't know if the ref got hit, but I know the ref's back was turned. So Dom got a chair. Dom, like he was about to hit AJ. Instead, he slams the chair on the mat, making a sound. Throws it to Styles, and then Dom goes on the floor. Just like Eddie used to do. Just does that. And then Styles looks at Dom. He's like, oh, this is what you want to do. Okay. So then AJ puts the chair around his neck and then falls down. So then it just looked like, oh, well, Dom just hit AJ with the chair and Dom's just faking. Damn, I miss Eddie a lot, man. Damn, I miss Eddie. I was just watching that match. I was just like, damn, I miss Eddie. This was a great match. I loved it. So going towards the end, AJ had the calf crusher on. He had it. So then as he was pulling back, Dom's boot fell off. So, AJ had Dom's boot. So then the AJ is running at Dom. Dom gets out the way. AJ almost hits the ref. And the ref kind of was just, he was trying to make sure he didn't get hit. Dom grabs the boot, the same boot that came off. Boom. Hits AJ in the face. Then Dom goes up to the top, hits the frog splash. 1, 2, 3. Dominik Mysterio retains. As I figured Dom would retain. Dom's still the Intercontinental Champion. So on Friday, during the SummerSlam kickoff, AJ said this might be his last SummerSlam. So if this is his last SummerSlam, to do a match and pretty much in a tribute to Eddie Guerrero, hey, you couldn't do no wrong here, bro. Good stuff. Shout out to Eddie. Eddie, we miss you a lot. Rest in peace. 20 years, man. 20 years since you've been gone. It's nuts. It's crazy. But shout out to Eddie. I'm surprised Vicky Guerrero wasn't there. Vicky would have loved this match. She would have loved the hell out of this match. I was shocked she wasn't there. But hey, it is what it is, man. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. On to the main event. Let's get it.